my modern homestead. I'm Janet, and today we are doing breakfast taquitos. I'm making a batch to put in the freezer so that we can pull them out as we need them. I like to make ahead things for breakfast because I'm not a big breakfast person. I don't like getting up and cooking. A lot of times I don't even like to eat in the mornings, but I know I need to. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Melissa says she looks like the founding father. She does not. She's beautiful. She fried up the sausage for us. Thank you, Alyssa. Okay. I've been outside and got the chickens done. I've done my walking, had my shower, and while I was out walking, I found a package. I'm just going to open this real quick. Y'all can come along with me. It is, that wasn't sealed very well, was it? My biscuit cutters. I've been making do, but I wanted different sizes, so I'm excited for those. Anyway, let's get these started. While I was out walking, you saw in that video that Alyssa's already fried up the sausage, and now I'm going to cut up the onions and peppers. As you can see, I've already gotten out the ribs and the seeds, and I'm going to dice these small. You don't have to do them small, just whatever size you like. But for this, I don't like big chunks in it. All right, our onions and peppers are chopped. Now, we're going to fry these in the skillet where we cook the sausage. It's warming on the stove now. And then we're also going to get the eggs ready before we start this part. Okay, in my bowl I have 10 eggs. Then we're going to season it. This is the adobo all-purpose seasoning. I'm going to add in some nutritional yeast flakes, a little bit of pepper, there we go, and then we will just whip them up. And to this, we're just going to add in our cheese. However much cheese you want to use will be just fine. I started to just wait and put the cheese on the taquitos at the end, but I decided to save myself some time and mess just to go ahead and mix it into the eggs. Okay, let's get cooking. Okay, our skillet is hot. We're just going to cook these for a few minutes. Oh, that smells good already. I'm just going to move these to the bowl for just a minute until I can get my eggs going. I think for today, I'm just going to add these into the eggs once they're almost done. You don't have to. You can just add these separate as you build your burrito. But I'm going for time saving here. Now, got most of the peppers and onions out. There's still a few. To this, I'm going to add the butter. Let's let that melt and we'll put in the eggs. Okay, get the eggs in our skillet. This eye cooks really fast, so this will be quick. Okay, the eggs are almost done, so I'm going to fold in, oops, our peppers and onions. Didn't know if I needed all of those. All right, let's build our taquitos, guys. You just want to layer the egg and then a little bit of sausage. And try to keep it to one end. Leave a little bit of space at one end or the other. And then we will just fold this end up and roll. Keep it as tight as you can. And you know what? I forgot. When I was cooking, I knew I was leaving something out, and it was the garlic, guys. I like to add garlic to mine. Since I forgot to put it in with my onions, I just added a little bit of powder. You don't have to if you don't want to. And there we go. And now we will just lay it on our pan because we are going to flash freeze these so that they will keep in the freezer for a while. And that's it. Let's build the rest. All right, guys. This made 10 of these burritos, taquitos, whatever you want to call them. If I had been more conservative with the ingredients, see, it makes a fat one. If I had been more conservative, it would have made a whole lot more, but I wasn't. Now, I know 3 of these are going to go in our belly, but that still leaves me 7 to go in the freezer for later. Now, we will leave these in the freezer just like this for 2 hours and then bag them up. Okay, guys, these are out of the freezer. We're going to bag them up. Pop them in, and then we'll put them right back in the freezer. There we go, back in the freezer. I almost forgot to tell you how to reheat these. When you're ready for them, you can pop them back in the oven for 20 minutes at 375 degrees. You can spray them with a little bit of coconut oil and sprinkle with a little bit more garlic powder, garlic salt, whatever your heart desires. And if you're really desperate, just pop them in the microwave till they're warm. 30 seconds one side, flip it over, 30 seconds on the other. If you need that much, check it. You might only need 15 seconds on the second side. All right, now we're getting ready to do our next breakfast that we can put in the freezer. What I'm doing is just lining these cups with a piece of uncured ham. Again, you know how supplies are in the stores. You can just get what you can get, make do. It's a round piece of ham, just slide it down in there. If you can't get round ham, it's okay. Just use whatever you've got. I did spray the cups lightly before I put the ham down in there. So now we're ready to mix up the ingredients. These are going to be ham muffins. Oh, I hope they come out delicious, y'all. Let's mix up the batter for this. We're going to do dry ingredients first. I have 1 cup of almond flour, 2/3 cup, 3/4 of a cup of the Trim Healthy Mama baking blend. If you don't have Trim Healthy Mama baking blend, it's okay. Use your own mix. There are recipes online. So I have a little more than 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I'm not going to put all of it in. There was a piece of another bag I just threw in here. You know how it is, your refrigerator gets all cluttered. So let's add in some peppers. These are just diced orange and red bell peppers. About a half a cup. This is a 1/4 cup measuring spoon. And do the same with the onions. 1/4. 1/2. Now, I had leftover sausage from this morning. I forgot I stuck it in the freezer when I was doing those breakfast taquitos. So I'm going to, if I could get it to the bowl, add some to this mixture. This was about a cup that was left. Not a whole lot, just a little something in the batter. I've got a little bit left. I'm just going to throw it into spaghetti for tonight or tomorrow. Okay, so there's our dry ingredients. Let's just mix those around. And we're going to mix our wet ingredients separately. Just a little quick mix, nothing special to that. All right. And in this bowl, I have 4 eggs. I'm going to scramble those, whisk those just a little bit to break them up. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of water. You could use 1/4 cup of almond milk. I don't think that would be a problem. And this is my homemade Greek yogurt. You can buy store-bought. It's a low fat. This is a 1/2 cup. Mix that in. It doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. And this is 4 tablespoons. No, it's 1/4 of a cup of butter melted. Sorry, I did it beforehand and forgot what I measured. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add the spices into here. Let's do, wish I'd measured this out before. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Actually, I'm going to put seasoning salt in here, so I'm not going to do quite a 1/2 teaspoon. Tablespoon. I forgot to add that to the dry ingredients. I'm so sorry. To your dry ingredients, do this tablespoon of baking powder. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. I say black powder. That would be some explosive muffins, huh? All right, and I do not have measurements on the rest of this, guys. I'm just going to toss it in. Let's do a little bit of garlic powder. I'm going to add just a little bit of dry basil. Oh yeah, that was just a little bit, huh? Wow. Way to go, Janet. What in the world? Guys. I took out some of it. It's okay. There's a lot of that dry batter. So, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric. I like turmeric. I could do more, but for the sake of this video, we won't. I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit of the seasoning salt. We already have salt in there. And actually, just a hair more. And now, I came up with this batter recipe when I was wanting something for Trim Healthy Mama that was low fat, that was kind of like a cornbread that you would bake hot dogs in. And the original recipe I came up with had jalapenos, but I don't have jalapenos. I've used the bell pepper, and we're going to sprinkle in, this time, just a little of cayenne. Come on out. There we go. Okay. Now, let's give this a quick stir. Bring back over our dry ingredients. I'm going to mix this up where I tossed in that baking powder. Okay. And with the liquid, make sure I've got everything. I didn't forget anything. Okay. I get in such a hurry with these videos because I don't want you to have to sit there and waste a lot of your precious time watching me mix stuff up and measure stuff out. So just mix this all together. There we go. Now we'll get ready to put it into the tins. Okay, let's fill our cups. Just try to make sure it stays inside of the ham. And we may have to actually do 2 batches of this. I knew I should have pulled out my big muffin pan. It's all right. Alrighty. We have all of our muffin tins filled, and I had just this little bit left over. And it's not really enough to do another pan, so I decided to just grease this ramekin and I'll bake this off in there. It'll be just fine. So we have our oven set for 350, and we are going to put these in the, ooh, it's heavy. We're going to put these in the oven for 30 minutes or so until the tops are nice and golden and start to look a little bit crispy around the edges. Oh my goodness, guys, look. Can you believe it? These look so good. I'm so excited. So we will let these cool when we pull them out of the pan, and I will do them just like I did the taquitos. I will put them in the freezer to let them freeze for a couple hours, and then I will pop them in a bag. And when we're ready to eat them, all we have to do is wrap them in a paper towel, put them on a microwave safe plate, and heat them in the microwave until they're done. Well, not till they're done, but till they're warm in the middle. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I actually had 2 other recipes, but when I went to pick up my order yesterday at the store, they were out of everything I needed for those 2 recipes. Forgot to turn the oven off. Excuse me. So, those 2 recipes will be in a different video. Stick around. Till next time, may you be blessed.